We had a guest on our porch this morning. I've got to admit that I thought about how beautiful the bird is, but then I thought, wow, food! It feels like it's been a while since I made a video. Really hasn't been that long, but it sure feels like it. I thought I should give you an update today on a few of the little things I have going on inside my house. So let me turn you around and I'll show you. On this shelf, I have some peppers going, and some lettuce, and some onions in the back there. And this is, I forgot the name of it. It's a house plant. And I'm letting it grow some roots so that I can make another house plant out of it. I took it off of one that I have. Pothos, I think, is the name I was trying to think of. Down here, I have my basil. It's doing wonderfully. I have trimmed it off to about here several times, and I need to come in and harvest it again. Down here, I have one little onion, and here's a couple of bigger ones. Now this mustard that I had growing here, I harvested a little bit of it then, but I thought the rest would get bigger, and it didn't. Here's a house plant that I have wintering in here. And here's what's really nice is my Tiny Tim tomatoes. I actually have 3 tomatoes growing there, and they're coming along very nicely. And all I have over here, I brought in my fig tree and my artichoke plant. Okay, you're probably wondering what all the plastic's doing there. That's just to keep the cat from going in there and napping on top of my plants. So that's all that amounts to. Here's a picture, a better picture of my Tiny Tim. Beautiful Tiny Tim. I'm anxious for it to start making tomatoes. And I've anticipated growing more things indoors. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. And I decided instead of beating myself up over not doing what I wanted to do, just go with the flow. I'm not in a hurry. That's what all this sitting around with my legs, and they're still healing. It's getting smaller. I only have three thingies on each leg, 3 bandages, whatever you call those. 3 here, and then I've got 1 down there on my foot, and I still have I don't have it covered with a bandage because I wear a sock most of the time, but I still have a scab on my little toe. But it's getting better. And yes, we still have the shoebox. We just can't bring ourselves to throw it away because Kitty Cat, every day she comes and spends time laying in that shoebox. And over here I have my October-November decorations up. And after Halloween Day, I will add turkeys to that. I've got some old-fashioned turkeys that I'm going to put there, and some cute little pilgrims. Well, I got busy yesterday, and I'll show a picture of it here. I have my good days and I have my not so good days. Well, as everybody does, actually, but it seems like some days I get winded really fast and just aren't as easy to do things. Part of that's because I've been sitting around so much that it's hard to gain my strength, but I am gaining strength and I'm getting back to my old self, hopefully. But I was excited yesterday. Hubby had picked some very overripe cucumbers, and then he went and bought some at the store for me. And instead of between the two of us, a couple of cucumbers usually is good, but he bought a bag that had like a whole bunch of cucumbers in it. And I didn't want them to sit in the refrigerator until they got soft and bad. So I thought, I'm going to make pickles. So I cut up all the overripe ones. They still tasted good. They just had a lot of seeds in the middle, which I saved. I've got cucumber seeds saved. I can replant for next year. And I know the more you replant things, and I don't remember what kind of cucumbers I planted. I had planted them from seed. So, and like I said, I don't remember what kind of cucumbers they are, but the more you replant, save the seeds and replant, they become acclimated to your climate and should theoretically do better each year. That's theoretically. Gardens have a mind of their own, Anyway, I thought they still taste good, so why not make pickles? Even if they're soft, they'll still taste good. And we also bought some green peppers, bell peppers, more than the two of us could get eaten before they spoil. So I thought, before they spoil, I'm going to do something with them. So I cut up enough of those to make one jar full, a pint of pickled peppers. They're made out of bell peppers, so they're not going to be spicy, but they will be pickly. Here they are, 5 pints of pickled cucumbers and 1 pint of pickled peppers. And so I got to use my brand spanking new electric pressure canner. Only I didn't pressure can, I water bathed, because my canner will do both, and I followed the instructions so that it just works like a charm. And it's so much easier than standing over a stove waiting for the pot to boil and cleaning up the mess when the water splashes out. And the electric one is the bomb. I really like it. And my hubby's he's been saving up all the blackberries he's picked this summer, and they've been in the freezer. So he said next week, maybe later this week, he's going to start making his blackberry jam. So we will get to use the water bath part of the pressure cooker again. And then I've got squash, pumpkins. Well, right now some of them are decorations, but I can still cut them up, and you can't mush up pumpkins. You have to leave them in cubes to pressure can them, but that will be good. And I can always buy more pumpkins this time of year to decorate with if I wish. I'm not too much into Halloween. I've got decorations up, but I don't have witches and goblins and all that kind of stuff. I like just the harvest time, the pretty leaves and the squirrels and the thing that makes fall pretty. My favorite season is actually summer. This summer was not typical, obviously, because of my injuries on my legs. Oop, my hand got in the way there. I also spent some time yesterday making spaghetti. And it was good to be back in the kitchen, actually cooking something yummy. And I wanted to take this time and sneak it in to my video here today. I don't usually say too much about politics, and I'm going to try to state this in a way that it isn't really about politics much at all. But as you know, if you live in the United States, just next week, we need to, is it next week? Well, in a little over a week, we need to get our votes submitted for our what we call midterm elections, halfway through the presidential term. And we'll be voting on governors and various other things in our states and our counties and our cities. And the thing that I want to remind you of, if you live in the United States, and if you're a Christian, don't vote political party. Look at the candidates through the microscope of the Bible. Vote for the people who most closely follow the values, the morals, the teachings, the commandments that are listed in the Bible. If we get politicians, I was having trouble coming up with the right pronunciation for that word there. If we get politicians elected that are more concerned with developing character and being statespeople rather than promoting the things that their party represents, we will be better off. Personally, I want to vote for people that do not want to kill babies. I firmly believe that a baby is a person the moment he or she is conceived. And my body, my choice? Yeah, but when you have someone else's body in you, you have to take that into consideration. They are not capable of making their choice at that point. So don't murder them. That's my opinion about the matter. And when you're selecting your politicians, make sure you know what they plan to do, what they believe. Let's keep our country safe. Let's encourage people to come to our country, but encourage them to do it legally. We want legal immigrants, not illegal immigrants. Some of the best people I know are immigrants. And my family, a few generations back, were also immigrants. They immigrated from both England and Ireland at some point, a few generations back. So that's really all I wanted to talk about today. Vote with your pocketbook also. Are you better off today than you were 4 years ago? Just think about it. I appreciate all of you who watch. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I invite you to do so. And the best way we can grow this channel is for you to share my channel with others on your social media. Hit that thumbs up button. I guess you could hit the thumbs down button too, if you didn't like what I had to say. Either way, Facebook knows that you're watching the video, and that helps my channel to be promoted so that other people will watch it. And that's kind of the goal of a lot of people when they make videos. So until next time, may the good Lord richly bless you. Share with me, comment what you've been doing with your garden or with your indoor plants or with whatever you like. And remember, seek the truth. This is Darlene from Darlene's Garden, signing out. For now, we'll see you on the next video.